McPherson. The kick is good, and the Bengals have won the AFC North.
Anyone knows that meme? No. F it. Jamar's down there somewhere. I'm going to just throw it up to him. He's going to make a play.
Find him. He's a great player. He's going to be a great player for a long time. But not just him. We got T, we got TB, we got Joe Mixon. Our weapons are some of the best in the league.
That would be an understatement, Joe. 971 yards, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions, a rating above 145 in the third most yards in NFL history in a single game, and knocking off the #1 seed in the AFC. That is what Joe Burrow has accomplished in the last 2 games. And as for his weapons, Ja'Marr Chase has 13 touchdowns and 1,426 yards as a rookie wide receiver and 2 200-yard games. When was the last time that you saw that done? How about never? Because Ja'Marr Chase just broke his teammate's record, Justin Jefferson, for the most receiving yards in NFL history by a rookie. That record now belongs to Ja'Marr Chase. He also has a 266-yard receiving game versus the Chiefs, which is also the most ever by a rookie wide receiver and a Bengals record for the most receiving yards ever. T. Higgins, 1,100 yards in 4 100-yard games in the last 6 weeks. He and the rest of the Bengals just beat the top-seeded Chiefs and won the AFC North for the first time in 7 years. And they have a huge chance to make a deep playoff run for the first time in decades, as they have arguably the best offense in the NFL with Ja'Marr Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and Uzomah and Mixon, which is the most complete receiving core in the NFL. 2,000-yard receivers, an all-pro slot receiver, and a 4,000-yard passing quarterback who should be an MVP candidate, a 1,000-yard rusher, all under the age of 25 years old or younger. If that is not a dynasty in the making, I have no idea what is. They are easily going to be one of the most dangerous teams in the 2022 playoffs, but even more important, they are going to be setting up to be Super Bowl favorites next season. And I am just about convinced I can convince you Joe Burrow should be in the conversation as the best quarterback in the entire NFL. I want to do a comparison between Joe Burrow and Mahomes. Look at these stats. They are surprisingly similar. Mahomes has 1 less pick and 1 more touchdown, but Burrow has a crazy high completion percentage of 70.4, which leads the entire NFL, and a rating of 10 points higher than Mahomes with 108.3. He also has more yards and way more yards per attempt, which he also leads the entire NFL in, with a harder defensive schedule, and he's only in his 2nd year, and he did all that with being sacked 24 more times than Mahomes. Think about that. Not to mention outdueling him head-to-head, doubling his touchdowns in that game and almost doubling his yards, and winning the game, and coming off an ACL and MCL tear that he still rehabs from. I'll take Burrow 10 times out of 10 over Mahomes. I just want you guys to know what a comparison-wise, this season in Joe Burrow's only full season, it's not even close. Joe Burrow is better than Patrick Mahomes. He also changed the Bengals from the last in the AFC North to first in 1 year, and when you get drafted to the worst team in the NFL, Mahomes got a way better position than that. He got drafted to a team that was 12-4. So Burrow deserves the respect and has earned the right to be talked about like he's one of the best in the NFL, if not the best. I've already made a video on how Joe Burrow is maybe the best leader in the NFL, and that's the only reason people compare him to Tom Brady, because Brady is the greatest leader to ever play football. But it has nothing to do with throwing. Tom Brady has never been able to throw the ball that well. And the fact that Joe Burrow was not in the Pro Bowl is a joke, and Lamar Jackson was... well, who's in the playoffs and who's not? That's all I have to say. On top of that, Joe Burrow is ranked the top quarterback in the entire NFL by Pro Football Focus. And the best part is he has a defense to back him up. They are top 5 in sacks and shut down the Chiefs' offense in the second half. They also have been coming in clutch all year. They have one of the best pass rushers in the NFL in Trey Hendrickson. So AFC, watch out in the 2022 playoffs because these Bengals are cooking. And beating the #1 seeded Chiefs just showed the world how dangerous they really are. Let me know you guys' thoughts on this game. Is Burrow one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL this year? And I will catch you guys in the next upload.